Most people, when they think of African history, have a book with the first few chapters ripped out. The story seems to start in a weird place, with other people showing up on the continent, drawing lines on a map, and saying, "Right, this is yours now." It's a story that begins with weakness and being acted upon. But that's not the real story, not even close. Before any of that, Africa was a continent buzzing with life, powerful kingdoms, sprawling cities, thinkers asking big questions. Learning this history, the part before the interruption, why does looking back so far matter in 2026? Because history is like the foundation of a house. If you believe your foundation is weak or that it doesn't exist, you'll always be afraid the walls will crumble. You might not build as high as you could. But when you discover your foundation is solid, deep, and made of powerful stuff, it changes everything. You stand taller. You build with more confidence. Knowing your ancestors were kings, innovators, artists, global traders, gives you a different kind of swagger. It's not arrogance, it's quiet, solid pride. Greatness isn't new to us, it's in our DNA. Long before Wall Street, there were other centers of global finance, many in West Africa. This region hosted powerful empires, their wealth the stuff of legend. The first major player, the Kingdom of Ghana, which flourished from around the 8th to the 11th century. Ghana's genius, not just gold, but control of the gold trade. Kings taxed gold from the south and salt from northern desert mines, an elegant model. So rich, a king was said to tether his horse to a gold nugget. After Ghana faded, the Mali Empire rose, bigger and wealthier. Mansa Musa, early 14th century. His pilgrimage to Mecca was legendary. Miles of camels, soldiers, and servants carrying gold he gifted so generously that he disrupted economies for years. He put Mali on the map, literally. But beyond bling, he was a nation builder. He fostered learning and culture, bringing architects and scholars. Timbuktu became a legendary center of education, libraries on mathematics, astronomy, law, and philosophy. Following Mali, Songhai rose along the Niger. Leaders expanded territory, secured trade, standardized laws, weights, and measures, preserving Timbuktu's legacy. Greatness wasn't confined to the West. On the eastern coast, vibrant city-states lined the Indian Ocean, the Swahili coast, Kilwa, Mombasa, Zanzibar. From the 8th century, these ports connected Africa to Arabia, Persia, India, and China. Gold, ivory, iron, and skins out, porcelain, silks, spices, and new ideas in. A beautiful fusion, African, Arab, and wider Indian Ocean influences. Ibn Battuta praised Kilwa's beauty, palaces of coral stone, over 100 rooms, even a pool. A sophisticated urban center with merchants, minted coins, and a grip on ocean trade. They mastered monsoon rhythms, part of a global maritime economy for centuries. Far south, Great Zimbabwe rose between the 11th and 15th centuries. Massive mortarless architecture, walls over 36 feet high and 16 feet thick. A trading power tied to Indian Ocean networks. Meanwhile, Benin built a vast planned metropolis with huge earthworks. Master artisans cast thousands of bronze and brass plaques, history etched in metal. So, how did these kingdoms become so successful? Well, it wasn't magic, smart leadership, abundant resources, and human ingenuity. West and Southern Africa had gold the world demanded. Ivory and iron added strength. States like Ghana and Mali understood supply and demand, taxing choke points on trade superhighways. They mastered the Sahara, caravans linking forests to North Africa and the Mediterranean. They built dhows harnessing winds across the Indian Ocean. Networks moved goods, people, ideas, technologies, and religions. Early globalization. All of it rested on strong agriculture, irrigation, crop rotation, soil management. Surplus fed cities and armies. Surplus enabled specialization. Miners, artisans, soldiers, scholars. They valued knowledge, law, and craftsmanship. State-backed education, guild skill, and complex governance. Managing resources, building connections, ensuring food security, and elevating skill. This engine drove prosperity for centuries. Each great kingdom left a lasting gift, a piece of a larger puzzle. Ghana and Mali shaped the global economy, supplying much of the old world's gold. Through Timbuktu, they preserved and advanced knowledge. Swahili city-states modeled cultural fusion and maritime trade, connecting worlds. Great Zimbabwe wrote its legacy in stone, centralized power and urban planning. Benin gave art as history, a bronze chronicle of kings and courts. Gold, trade, stone, art. Together, they paint a continent diverse, innovative, and deeply connected long before colonial ships appeared on the horizon. Why is digging up this past critical today? Because knowing it empowers our present. Too often, the narrative starts with chains and powerlessness. This history is the antidote. It refills the well of identity. When youth learn of empire building, scholarship, and breathtaking art, capability expands. Decolonizing the mind means rejecting the lie of inferiority. Learn Mali and Songhai. Learn Great Zimbabwe. Reclaim the narrative. Use Swahili trade for partnership models, Timbuktu for education, Benin for craftsmanship. Pride fuels community, entrepreneurship, art, and engagement. Not loud pride, deep confidence from standing on giant shoulders. Demand to be seen as inheritors of a great legacy, not as people in need of saving. This all sounds great, but you might be thinking, okay, Trevor, but my history teacher never mentioned any of this. Where do I begin? Good news. You don't need a time machine or a PhD. Start now, wherever you are. Get curious. There are great books for everyone. Search Mali, Mansa Musa, Great Zimbabwe, the Swahili Coast. Pick one that sparks interest. See the evidence in person if you can. Bronzes, gold weights, coastal pottery. Objects make history tangible. Visit sites when possible. Stone walls and manuscripts have a power you can feel. Don't forget oral history. Ask elders for family tales, proverbs, traditions. Connect empires and kings to your own lineage. Honor knowledge keepers. Share what you learn, make it part of daily life. Teach children. Tell Mansa Musa like a superhero, because he kind of was. A story a week, a fact a day. Learn it, share it, live it. Then, truthfully, our narrative will be told. What do you think? Share your thoughts below and let's have the conversation.